Hey folks, Linda here. Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to talk about seed saving, but with a particular focus on maintaining the purity of the variety of pepper that you are growing and wanting to grow again next year. Peppers are self-pollinating, so they don't require insects in order to become pollinated, which is really handy. However, bees are really happy to come and visit, so the chances of insects helping to pollinate your pepper plants is also very high. So when that happens, they're taking pollen from one plant and sharing it with the other, so with the flowers. So you will still produce the immediate pepper that you want that year. However, if you save seeds from that plant or from that pepper, what you plant the following year from those seeds will not necessarily be the type of plant that you were, or the pepper that you were anticipating. So what we're going to talk about today is the single flower isolation method. These little organza bags that I just picked these up at the dollar store. They were 8 for $1, are perfect for isolating pepper flowers. So they just have they're a little mesh on there. So they have little drawstrings as well, so you can cinch them up around the flowers. In order to mark that flower or the fruit that's going to develop, that's an important step to take. So I use plastic cut straws to wrap around the stem of the flower or the little piece of branch, so that as the mesh bag comes off, I can later identify which pepper had been isolated during pollination, and I can make sure that that one is ripened fully to maturity and picked and then saved exclusively for the seeds. So you can just take a little snip off of a drinking straw and then slice it, so then when you place it around the stem of the pepper little branch, then you know that that's the one, and it'll stay on there and not restrict it like other kinds of ties might. So once the fruit sets and starts to develop it's the little pepper, you can remove the bag. Alright, so let's take a look. So here we've got a little fruit that's set and an open flower, so we don't want to pick that. A bug on there. But here's an example where we've got this nice little cluster here of 3 flowers, and this one has not opened up at all. So this would be a really good little part of the branch that we could put the bag on. So I'm going to first mark this little one with a little piece of the cut straw, so that when I take the bag off, oops, wrap that little straw around there. There we go. So if this little part of the branch grows any, we're not going to cut off its restrictions there. I have baby Cooper hawks that have just fledged, so if you hear the squawking in the background, that's what that noise is. And then you're just going to take your little mesh bag like this, and you're going to put it over this whole little branch here and capture a few of those flowers. Push that in there, and then I'm going to cinch this nice and tight so no pollinators can get in. I am a beekeeper as well, so lots of pollinators around this yard. There, and we can just leave that there until we see some fruit that is starting to set. So on this pepper here that I used as a sample, we've got, you know, the little flower that the fruit has already started to develop, and then when we see this, we can take the bag off. And then as the fruit matures, it's still going to have the tagging on it, so I know when it's fully mature I'm going to remove the peppers that are on this branch and keep those for seed savings. When it comes to harvesting the fruit for seed saving, you want to make sure that it is uniformly ripe. So an indicator of maturity varies based on different pepper varieties. So typically you'll see the pepper become red, but also sometimes yellow, purple, or brown depending on your variety. So do some research about the variety of pepper that you're growing and what ultimate and mature color it needs to be. So you shouldn't be picking them early. You want them to ripen maturely on the plant, so that when you harvest it, the seeds are at their full development. When you open up the pepper, you want to make sure that the seed color is an ivory color and dull in appearance. And the seeds should be quite tough. They're not soft and flexible, so they should be quite hard. And then they're going to harden up more over the next few days as you dry them. I like drying them on coffee filters, and I write on the coffee filter with a pen what type of variety of seed it is and the date that I have and year that I have obtained it. So those are important records to keep, because pepper seeds only stay viable for about 2 years. So to make sure that you're using them up in a timely manner in order to get your maximum germination. So this is a great way to reduce your costs in the garden, because we all know that the cost of seed is continuing to rise, and when you find your favorite types of peppers, then this is just a fairly simple way of ensuring that you've got some good pure seed for the next growing season. So I've done it for a few. This is a Shishito pepper here, and I also have a Novartsky, and you can do it with all pepper varieties. So give it a try, and good luck. Take care.